Volunteer soldiers from all over the British Empire answered the call to arms, including more than 600,000 Canadians. Those willing to fight abroad made up the Canadian Expeditionary Force, more than half of whom had been born in Britain. Paul Atterbury is looking at an object which unites one group of them.
Now, something I really love is an object that takes me on a journey. And I'm looking here at I have to say, not the best banjo I've ever seen, but the key to it, I know, is when we turn it round. And on the back is this mass of names.
Right.
They're names from different countries, they're names from different dates. One of the key dates I can see is Paris, August the 24th, 1917.
Yeah.
That sets the scene very clearly.
Yeah.
Now, what's this banjo to you?
History. I bought it from a dealer in the north of England, and I could see that there was writing inside, but I didn't know what it was until I got it home. And the places which these individuals put beside their names, they're all from Canada.
And you're from Canada?
Yes, I am, yeah.
So you buy this knowing nothing about it. It's an interesting object with apparently a history.
That's right.
And then do you set out to find that history?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
So what's that journey taken you to?
Oh, well, first of all, the names have got their hometowns. And those hometowns stretch from British Columbia on the west coast right through to Nova Scotia on the east coast. And I lived most of my life in Ontario, so that was my first call. And I took a name of there, and it is James Platt's Vineland. So I looked on the telephone directory, and the first number I found, I phoned. And his daughter-in-law answered the phone.
Couldn't be better.
No, couldn't be better.
And that started the journey. You
Yes,
then
it
went
did.
Name after name
Yeah,
after name.
that's right.
Now, I've got a couple of photographs. This is that James Platt, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
What is his story?
He was born in Matlock in Derbyshire, and he became an orphan. And when he was 13, he was put on a ship and sent to Canada to work on a farm. When the war came, he went and signed up.
Yeah. Now, did you establish that all those names scattered across Canada were all in one regiment or unit?
One may not have been. The others were all in E Battery of the Royal Canadian Artillery.
And is this them?
Yes.
So what we could say, although we can never prove it, is that all these people have their names here.
There's a very good possibility.
Now, this is a very important story for various reasons. The reason why it means so much to me, I can share with you now. I had a great uncle whose name is on that memorial, and he was sent to Canada at the age of 17 because his family had got into trouble financially, and they sent him away for a better life. He was sent out with nothing and made a life for himself in Winnipeg, and in 1914, in September, he came back here by then a Canadian citizen as part of the Canadian Expeditionary Forces. He fought and served all round here and was finally killed here in October 1916, by then attached to an English regiment. But he was always a Canadian.
Yeah.
So your story means a great deal to me personally, because in a sense, I feel I'm part of it.
Yes, you are.
And the second thing, which again I feel very strongly about, is that we here, the British, were completely dependent upon what were then called, and forgive me, imperial forces. If we hadn't had Australians, Canadians, New Zealanders, South Africans, Indians, we would have lost the First World War. It is as simple as that.
I know that. Yeah.
And they were all volunteers. And as I say, without them, we wouldn't be sitting here. We wouldn't be having this conversation. I find it, for those two reasons, a very personal story. Now, I don't play the banjo, but you do, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So, what are you going to play?
Well, there's only one tune. When Chapel Music published it, on the cover of the sheet music, they said, "It's a long, long way to Tipperary."
Long, long way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Following Paul's meeting with banjo player Alec Somerville, something remarkable happened in the shadow of the Thiepval Memorial.
Now, very soon after you and I finished talking and recorded that item, an extraordinary thing happened, and this lady came up, and amongst your photographs was this one.
Yes.
Now, tell me who he is.
His name is Raymond Rowland, and he's my great-uncle.
And he is one of the banjo...
He's on the banjo, above James Platt's names.
So what does that mean to you, hearing that story?
It was overwhelming, absolutely emotionally overwhelming to me.
It's an extraordinary coincidence.
It is, isn't it? Yes.
But I have to say, this place generates extraordinary events and coincidences.
Yes,
Every time I come here, something happens.
Yes.
Once again, it's happened, you know.
Yeah.
Those ghosts have sorted it out. They've watched us do it, and they've interfered again. Thank you.
Thank you. It's all Alec.